Okay, welcome to Scheme of Work Template 2021. What is the difference between the Scheme of Work Template 2021 and the Scheme of Work that I've already talked about up there? Because if you have not seen that video where I've talked about using the Scheme of Work template to make a scheme of work, you'd better play that in order to understand what I'll be talking about here, because there are so many things which are in that video which are important and they are the same. But what are the changes between that scheme of work template and this one? Number one, let me look at first of all the similarities. I want to go to the navigation pane. Like, you know, all my documents have got a navigation, and it is for the ease of trying to locate where that particular document is. And to access the navigation pane when you are using Microsoft Word, you go to View, you check the navigation pane, and once you do that, once it is checked, a navigation appears here. So this one is a scheme of work template. I've given you like it's a template in the sense that you just need to enter certain information about your school, about yourself, about the forms or the classes that you're teaching, and then you start entering the actual content. So I've given you the framework. How does it look like? For example, when you look at the navigation over here, let me just make it a little bit larger so that the navigation is visible. When you look at the navigation here, I've got a scheme of work for Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4, all of them in the same document. Actually, this document has got about 182 pages. So you can imagine going through a document with so many pages and it doesn't have a navigation. You might lose out on some information. That is why the navigation is important, and I've included it there. Now let's see what it has. On the very first page, there is of course the title of the professional document, which is Scheme of Work. So you just leave that as it is. But here, so over here, I need you to enter the name of your school. Very easy. Just enter it and it will appear on every page the moment you do that. You can see I've just entered mine once and it appears in every page of this document. At the topmost point of your document, that information will appear there. When it comes to the subject, I allow you to make a choice. There is a drop down. You click there and then you choose the subject. I've designed this one to work for sciences and mathematics. I'm going to design one for humanities and another one for languages. But for now, it will work for the sciences and mathematics. So you choose your subject accordingly. When it comes to the year, you again click here and enter the year of the scheme. And then, of course, you click over there, you enter your name, the person who is preparing this scheme of work. At the very bottom here, there is some text you can be able to enter here. Enter the subject so that on the subsequent pages, the subject will always appear at the bottom. That subject will appear at the bottom. On the top right hand, I've given you a link where you can get more templates. So if you're online, you go to that, you follow the link by holding Control and then you left click your mouse, then it opens a page where you can be able to have access to more templates. Now let's see what else is there. So that is the first page, and that information you have to enter it there. In the second page, let me go to Form 1. As soon as I click there, Form 1 scheme of work appears. And like you can see, when I look at that page, it already has got the name of my school. So this is Form 1 scheme of work. I don't touch that. Term 1, what am I teaching? By the way, I've given you bullets so that you can be able to enter your topic. All you'll do is just to backspace, you remove those letters, and then you type your topic. It can be in capital letters, that is uppercase, or lowercase. It really does not matter. It's up to you. Now, tentatively, I have assumed that you are teaching 3 topics in term 1, 4 topics in term 2, and 3 topics in term 3. If your school requires you to do something which is different from this, maybe let's assume it requires you to do 4 topics in term 1. All that you will do is just put the cursor just next to number 3 and press enter. You can see the 4th topic was in term 2. Let us see what happens when I press enter. The 4th topic now goes to term 1, and the 5th one becomes the first topic in term 2. That is what you do when you want to increase the number of topics per term. How about if you want to decrease the number of topics per term? Let us say maybe in term 2 you cover less than 4. What happens? Again, you just put your cursor there, press backspace like that, continue pressing, and remember what we have deleted there is topic number 7. You can see that as soon as you do that, topic number 7 jumps to term 3. Now, if you want to increase the topics in term 3, you just need to press enter there and put your cursor there and click enter. So that is how you adjust the number of topics per term. Let me return it to how it was before, because there I had 4 topics in term 2. So generally I have given you 4 topics in term 2 because traditionally term 2 is usually a little bit longer as far as form 1 is concerned. Now, when I go to form 2, if I go to form 2, you can see that in form 1, I have covered 10 topics in physics. When I go to form 2, you can see I start with the 11th topic. That is the way I have arranged them. If you make any change in any one of the terms, the numbers are going to change accordingly, all the way to from form 1 to form 4. If you make any change here, all the others are going to either be adjusted upwards or adjusted downwards, so that you don't lose out on any of the topics. So that is what you can do with this template. And of course, you know that many times we are required to do printing. By the way, this document has got an index here, which is also linked to the various pages, and you can be able to follow that. Now, let me put that index away, because now I won't talk about printing. Let's assume I want to print this page. Of course, many people know how to do that, but there is no harm in repeating the same. So you'll go to File, click on Print, and the page that you want to print appears here. And then you will say, how many copies do you want to print? I just want to print 1 copy. Do I want to print all the pages or specific pages? I just want to print this current page. Print current page. And I click there. And as soon as I do that, and I check my printer, it's got to be, it has to appear here. So you click on this arrow to check the printers which are available and may be connected to your system. So you choose the one which is available and it is connected to your system. After that, you click on print. The moment you get that, you want to file it immediately in the relevant place. So what is this relevant place? I want to go to over here. I have my own filing system, because without that, sometimes you get a bit of a problem. So I've got these the so-called box files. So get a good box file. Let me just align it properly so that you can be able to see everything that I intend you to see. On the very first page, I've got a page which shows the compartments that I have here. All the compartments are on teachers' professional documents. I've taken these from what the TSC requires us to avail or to prepare. And when it comes to scheme of work, it is number 2 here. Page number 1 is about personal timetable and the syllabus in my subject. And number 2 is approved scheme of work and record of work. I've combined them together. Number 3 is updated lesson plans and updated lesson notes. Number 3 is examination analysis by subject, assessment records, staff training, indices, records, and so forth. So if you can have an index like this one on your filing system, it will help you to locate where you have a particular document. For instance, if I want to go to scheme of work, now that I've already printed a page or printed the whole scheme of work, then by the way, I've not gone to the updating or the specific details. I've just printed the first page of the scheme of work. I should have shown you how to go about the rest. Now I will go to compartment number 2, which is on approved scheme of work. Before it is even approved, because this one is a personal file, then I'll go to, it's important to file it. And you can see compartment number 2 is on approved. Let me just position it properly so that it removes the glare from the lighting. You can see this compartment is on approved scheme of work and record of work. So I'm going to file everything on scheme of work below here. So it is important that you know how to organize your work. And for having watched this video, I have this this printout here. I call it an index for my file. And because you might want to have something like this, I'm giving this one for free. So you can just go to the file, and you will find one where I've written teacher professional documents index, and print out that one or download it into your computer, print it out, and you may make any changes. The ones you, because it's a Word document, make any changes, print it out. And then for the compartments, when you buy these box files, make sure that they've got compartments. They've got these compartments, and I would suggest you get compartments which are plastic, of course, flexible plastic. It's just like a piece of paper, and it's very flexible. So get those. Then print this index twice so that you can get one of them. Then using a pair of scissors, you cut out the various compartment labels. Then you put it on that plastic, and then you can use sellotape to attach it. So it's a good way of labeling your compartments. So remember to print out that index twice. If you can, this index must withstand a lot of handling. So in order to strengthen it further, you can laminate. For me, I've laminated this, and it is very, very hard. So it can withstand a lot of handling, and it won't wear out quickly, because you know, when you punch a hole here on a piece of paper and you keep on opening that file, definitely that paper is going to tear out. So make sure that you strengthen the index page, and it is the first one which appears here. The other things on this a scheme of work, because while I'm on Form 1 scheme of work, and I can go to now Term 1. Term 1. It will be clearly written here, Term 1, Form 1, scheme of work, Term 1. Right. So, week 1. I've designed it in such a way that a full page just is the scheme of work for 1 week. So it ranges from lesson 1 to lesson number 4. And this is for physics, chemistry, and biology. And that applies for Term 1, for Form 1 and Form 2. When you go to Form 3, when you go to Form 3, I go to Term 1, and you can see there are 5 lessons. I've given you 5 lessons. So all you need to do, if you know what you're doing in Term 1, for example, you just need to put your cursor there, type your topic, what are the subtopic, insert the objectives, put the teaching, learning activities, the resources that you're going to use, put your references, and then leave the remarks column for you to remark once you have taught. That is how easy it is to update this scheme of work. Like for example, if you click this arrow there, it's going to expand that tab, and you can see there is content for week 1. You want to go to week 2, you want to go to week 3, week 4, week 5. It's very easy to check to go to a particular week. First of all, you go to a particular form, you go to a particular term, and then navigate to the week that you are interested in. That information is in our mind, but most of the time when we go to search documents, we take a long time before we can get to the specific page. My document gives you a good navigation here, and it allows you to navigate to the week of your choice. So go right ahead and download this. If you're interested in getting this template, get in touch with me. Send me an email and a simple subject requesting for a scheme of work template, and I'll get back to you and give you the download link for that particular file. So until next time, when I catch you up with another video, stay safe. Bye-bye.